Okay, here I am, Value Village. One of my favorite Value Villages. It's in Ajax, Ontario. Just gonna get myself together, get out of the car. Get locked up. I don't know how much editing I'm gonna do. I don't know how to edit, guys. One thing at a time. One thing at a time. Whew, I'm turning 63 this month, so I'm not exactly raised in tech like a lot of you youngsters are. Okay, grab me a cart. I like the ones without the pole. And here we go. Sometimes what I do is I just grab things and put them in the cart. I think it's the best way to go as a thrifter. And make a decision later. Wow, that's cute. Put it in, think about it. This is kind of fun. I don't know, what do you think? Think about it. This is obviously the furniture. An electrical aisle. Let's see what's down here. I'm always looking for display items as well for my booth. Something that sells well for me are beat up old leather briefcases and valises. So I'm always checking for those. Wow, that's fabulous. That is just fab. I didn't think about that. I'm always on the lookout for Murano glass or Empoli, anything mid-century. This is some things I pick up and then I'm just going to have to scan them with Google and see if they're worth it. Wow, that's heavy. Heavy, heavy, heavy. You have to get right in there. Ooh, one of these old brass frames. I'm always looking for West German pottery as well. Love, love, love. Let me just back up a bit. Gotta see if there's any brass. Not really too much into the Christmas stuff. Rarely do I pick. Oh my gosh, there's another cute, amazing little box. These are old. That's old. We love old. Oh, there's another one. Oh my gosh. Somebody got rid of their collection of little old boxes. Let's see. I'm interested in vintage tins, but they gotta be really vintage. Barcodes are not our friends when it comes to tins. Let's see. Any more interesting boxes? Maybe some bigger ones. Not funky enough. Let me know if I'm missing things. I try really, really hard not to miss things, but you never know. Another thing I'm always looking for is vintage ephemera, like gift cards. Birthday cards. Let's see. Don't really like to do clear glass. Clear glass does not sell, even if it's crystal. It's a tough go. Excuse me. Thank you. Whoop. Everything sticks out around here. This is awesome. Absolutely love the graphics on that, but yeah, I don't think fondues are going to fly off the shelf, guys. Let's see these. Wow. Those are interesting. Definitely for some kind of a mechanic guy. Whatever. We'll have to look those up. Those are very cool graphics. I buy way too much glassware, but I try to stick to Caesar's Palace, Las Vegas. These are old, yeah, I'm not really into ashtrays. Tobacciana, they call it. Doesn't really sell. I'll only pick it up if it's like a really cool mid-century modern looking ashtray that you can use as a trinket dish. Mugs, I'm always scanning because I am looking for studio pottery or really vintage. Let's see over here. You know, creamers and sugars. No, they don't really sell. It's not really a thing. Oh, you always got to take a quick peek at the carts. Teapots, once again, unless they're super special, they don't really sell.
Can I see your needle cook thing? Can I just take a look at the chart?
Sure.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, isn't it awesome?
Yeah,
the colors are just amazing.
Yeah,
Just gorgeous.
Yeah, that's very good.
Yep, very much today's decor.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I see them, even from far away, I make a beeline. Yep. Okay, that is cart envy. I get that all the time. Yeah, I'm getting full already. Yeah, I get the cart envy where people take a look at, whoop, there's a new cart that just came out. Just have a quick peek. Oh, those are so cool. And I dropped it. Grab these live edge. No, that's it for me for that cart. This is me. I'm just like a hot mess. I'm a hot mess sometimes in life, and I'm a hot mess when I'm vintage shopping, but I get it done. Okay, now, one of my things to do is go down this material aisle, and I'm kind of waiting to see if something pops out at me that's vintage, mid-century, and I'm also looking to see if there are quilts, blankets, because I do make, oops, sorry guys, I make coats. Yeah, that would make a gorgeous coat. I recycle coats with these blankets. That's another video I will show you. Whew. That is amazing. There we get the obligatory scream that usually happens every time. If someone's shopping with their kids and oh wow, there's an original painting, mid-century. So cute. Okay. See, what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to do an edit. Oh my gosh, there's another needlework piece that's just adorable. Okay. Anything hand done, needlework, crewel work, absolutely love it. Okay, now we're rolling down. When it comes to cookbooks, I do sell books, but I do stick to vintage cookbooks, and they're getting harder and harder to find. I'm also looking for Edna Stabler, who wrote a series of books that are called Food That Really Schmecks. She's long gone now. She died of a ripe old age, but she lived in the Kitchener-Waterloo area in Canada. And she knew a lot of the Mennonites and wrote cookbooks using their recipes. And I was gifted two of her books when I got married in 1985 at a bridal shower, and they became my basically my Bible for learning how to cook. Just everyday family favorites: a turkey roast, banana bread, rhubarb upside down cake, which my kids absolutely adored. Yeah, I'm scanning. I don't see the vintage, so I only take a sec and then I move on. Now, the other thing I scan usually is the art books, because I actually like to find really good quality art books and cut out plates from them and reframe them in vintage frames. There's a Manet. Let's see. Oh, my cart is so full I can't even find a spot to perch. Yeah, there's some good Manet plates in here. Actually, there's a lot of black and whites. No, I'm not going to waste my time on that one. And the quality of the prints don't look as lush as some books I've bought. So, not much in the art. Then I want to take a look really quickly to see if there's any in the reference section. Sometimes there's bird books like Audubon and books with bird illustrations, and I do the same thing. I remove from old books gorgeous bird illustration and frame them up. Wow, look at that wedding dress. Talk about OTT. That's an over the top girly that wore that one. Oop, I forgot. In this store there is there's a leather section, and I am looking for vintage leather, and I'm also looking for leather that's just too gorgeous to leave behind. And what they do here is they do a lot of vinyl jammed in with leather, which kind of ticks me off, but all the stores do it. I'm looking for good names like the old Hide House in Acton, which right there. And this one's a vintage 80s old Hide House of Acton. And who knew I would find that today. This is just crazy. Actually recently found a men's Dolce & Gabbana and H&M. No, I'm not really looking for just the high quality stuff. There's the Leather Attic in Toronto, which is, I don't think it's around anymore. A lot of the old brands are gone, but they were the ones that had the best quality hides. Now things are kind of split leathery. There's an Etch-a-Sketch. I think I'm going to pick that up for our cottage for my grandkids. Okay, now I come to the shoe department, and my main mission here is high-end and Doc Martens. and funky. Remont is a good name, and these are funky. Wow, those are cool. Riker. Oh, those are super cool, but it's kind of the wrong season. And yeah, the funkier the better. I gotta keep it funky. I don't just want to be a used shoe store. It has to be somewhere where you can find something that you're a little bit surprised to find. Sam Edelman. Okay, I'm going to have to spend some time looking a few things up because I know Sam Edelman is good. Those are not. The other thing I'm always looking for is Fly London. Those are really funky shoes. Which are these? Wild Pair. Wow, those are funky too. I'm always looking too for like the really good pebbled leather. Those are Roots. Yeah. Whew. Okay, I'm going to have to do some editing, guys. What I'm usually going to do is go find a quiet spot and I can tell just by picking them up. Usually I can tell by a distance if something is like I don't mind spending $30 on something if I'm going to price them for $130. That's kind of my thought process on that. And they may sit for a week. They might sit for a couple of months, but that's in my booth. I'm not really trying to put a bunch of $10 items in there. I'm trying to be a reliable source where people can find funky and luxury high-end things that it might be a $400 pair of boots that I can offer them for $169. And if I've paid $30 for them, then I'm happy with my margin on it because I just want it to move on to its new owner. Okay, so now we're going to swing around to the purses and let me see if I can. I'm usually scanning to look for leather. Leather. This week's tags at Value Village are yellow, so these are the tags that I know that have just been put out. So if I was here last week, I've already looked at the stuff. And I'm really trying to focus on yellow. I do not pick up Guess. It's not my vibe. I don't pick up vinyl. I don't pick up a lot of Coach because a lot of it's fake. Not unless I'm sure. Okay, and in this store now you're coming down towards the front. I don't really pick up a lot of jewelry. It has to just jump right out at me and be really funky. So if you do come to my booth and you see jewelry, it's really curated stuff that I have made sure is funky enough for what my aesthetic is. Okay, there's an old Pepsi ad, but it's not really. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. My son-in-law, his name is Brad. Oh my gosh. I have to. Okay, this is getting ridiculous now, guys. Okay, these are. Price is too high. Usually I come on Senior's Day when I get 30% off. It makes it really hard to want to spend the money when it's not Senior's Day. Hi guys. Oh, there's a Dilbert. Sad that Scott Adams is gone. He didn't want to leave. He really loved life, and cancer took him. Okay, now the men's shoes are here on the end. I'm doing a scan. I'm looking for super high quality, which I gotta tell you, I found an amazing pair of boots the other day, made by a company called Thrifter in the UK, and they retail at $1,300. And yeah, I was blown away. But I get blown away all the time by some of the things I find. Oh, those are funky. Made in Italy. Yeah. I also found a pair of Louboutins about a year or so ago, and those sold very quickly. Those are beautiful Oxfords. Yeah, I got to be careful with the men's boots. I usually stick to like Roots or Doc Martens, unless it's something super, super special or super funky. Wow, those are neat. Those are really neat with a square toe. Square toe? Can you see that, guys? Yeah, no, I think I better stick to my boots. Okay, then I take a look at the men's outerwear, because sometimes you find vintage. Looking for vintage. Tommy, is that... It's hard to tell. Tommy's remaking a lot of its old stuff now. But I'm not paying $31.99 for that. So, once again, if you go to the beginning of each section, you're going to see this week's tag, which is yellow. And then you get into the stuff that's been here for a while. So it makes it easier for me if I'm just wanting to do a quick shop. Let's see. Who's this? Blue Notes. Nope. That's a chore coat. No, it doesn't feel... Oh, it's unique. Nah. My goal is to find something that's, $20 that I can flip for. Definitely not Old Navy. Is that Uniqlo again? Yeah. There. Okay. Now go to the extra large. Silverado. That's for you truck lovers. You know, I know a lot of people at the booths where I am, you know, they just flip clothes. They just flip clothes, clothes, clothes. And, you know, that's great. But what I'm trying to do is really unique and offer vintage that I can, you know, mark up a bit. Stephen Barry's, Ohio State. I saw that one last week. I'm not sure. If I'm not sure, I'd rather spend the money on leather. Okay, here's the men's leather section. Here, let me get around. Leather and coats. Coats, London Fog. A little bit too much, unless it was my denier. I try to stay away from too much denier. You know, in Canada, everybody has denier. Everybody. So what I'm looking for is vintage. Like, that looks vintage. Yeah, it's not quite. Nothing I want to spend my money on. Okay, now I'm going to look at the jeans because my new obsession is vintage denim. And I know a lot of people are out looking for it, so you gotta be looking. I try to see if I can find an orange tab for a Big E Levi. See, the newer Levi's have all the a booklet of stuff, and you can see the cut week on this is 2017. So not vintage. This pair, yes, it has an old tag. $20 though, and I don't have my discount today. Yeah, that tag is so worn. Yes. I'm also looking for salvage. Out here in the burbs, it's going to be a lot of really run-of-the-mill. Run-of-the-mill vintage. Or run-of-the-mill jeans, rather. And these are reproductions of older styles. Let's see, there's the booklet in the jeans that tells you it's new stuff. New reproduction stuff. This Levi's tab that just has the registered trademark is one way that they... Oh, orange tabs. Oh, yeah. Yep. Orange tab. Those are vintage. Yeah, those are worth picking up. Oh, I'm so glad I found orange tabs while I've had you guys on the camera. That would be embarrassing if I didn't. I'd look like I really didn't know what I was doing, but I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just learning. Trigger. I do like how they hang the jeans here at Value Village so that you can actually see The waist tags were such a drag at the other places where you have to, move everything instead of just doing the quick scooch. Those are Max. Yeah, I don't know. Buffalo. Blue Supply. Okay, so one pair of orange tabs so far. Lots of Zara. Everybody's buying Zara. Yep, these are new ones. Ralph Lauren. Wow, that's a big pair of Ralph Lauren. Yeah, I don't think I'll spend the money on those today without a coupon. Hill Figure. These are probably like the reproduction, the ones that they're do. Okay, there's a pair of Levi's. Yep, they got the booklet. A lot of H&M stuff now too. Levi's, newer. Newer meaning they're probably like 2013, 14, 2022, stuff like that. By car. No, I have not seen those. Figures. Newer Levi's. Sean John. Ooh, stay away from that. It's just like the Peter Nygaard stuff. I don't touch that with a 10-foot pole after he got arrested for abusing children. And another pair of orange tabs. Oh yeah, big ones too. Okay, let's see if we can figure out what date these are. Yep, they got the black Batwing. They are there's the style. Maybe 1994. I'll have to look into it more, but they are definitely 1990s for a big fella. And they have the orange tab. True Religion. That gets a little tricky. I have some True Religion picks that I made that were vintage, but okay. I'm going to come back over this way. The booklet. I haven't seen any Fendi. There's no way those are real Fendi. Those are got to be knockoffs. New Levi's. It's better if I come from this direction where I can see the The butt tags. These are Levi's with the pocket printing, but it's not the instructions. The ones with pocket printing that have the pair instructions, those are the ones that are vintage. Not vintage. Yeah, I don't mess with Guess. I'm not into that. Yes, okay, Levi's. If I don't see the signs, I'm not spending the money. Pocket bag. Really, I feel safer with the orange tags at this point. I did find a pair of GWGs the other day. Those are like a blast from the past from when I was a kid. There's another pair of True Religions. Okay, let's go down to the small ones, which are not as desirable because people want basically size 30s and up. Most men do not want their jeans squishing them. Let me know if I should be picking up True Religion. I just don't know. So that's a... No, you think it's old and then you go in and you see the booklet tags. Those are new. Yep. Sky Tech. No. Full figure denim. Leather tag. I just don't know if it's worth picking up. Old Tommies. They definitely look vintage. Okay. Alright, I usually head back over. Yes. Yeah. Yes. We're doing a shuffle now. I don't know, guys. I'm looking at this one. It would be... Yeah. Oh, God, you guys. Can I get a furniture Oli guy? Hi. I just want to write up something for the cabinet behind here. The one that's hiding behind. Sorry, I was moving my stuff around. This guy. And is it all right if we pick it up before closing?
Yeah.
Because my husband's got a pickup truck, but he's at work right now.
Okay.
So we'll be back before you close tonight.
Yeah, that's fine.
Awesome.
Can I get a name?
Kim? Awesome. Thank you so much. All right, you guys. Winding down. Wow, those are cool. Okay. Just gonna Google these boots, see if they're worth. Let's see. Nah. All right, I gotta zoom back here. Okay, putting the boots back. Not worth it. Okay, this is where the decision making has got to come in. Okay.
Mommy.
Wow, that's a pretty little dress there. Whew. If you're a stick. Okay. All right. I'm going to put this one back. It's just not special enough. Okay, I'll probably make other decisions up at the front. I guess I should have a quick scan down the... Oh, those are biggie, Levi. Reproduction. Usually don't have as much luck with the women's jeans. maybe it was the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants or something. Maybe they all wore them and passed them around to their friends and their kid sisters, and they blew them out. The denim is just so much nicer on the older stuff. Oh, there's a pair of Wranglers. How old are they? They're a bit of a mess. Levi's, modern. Yeah, usually not much luck in them. Okay, let's just have a look at the blazers now. Looking for holy grails like Ralph Lauren. Also, really funky vintage 80s, which that is, but it's not funky enough. A lot of polyester in the new stuff. Whoosh! Oh my lord. That is something, isn't it? Whoa, that is something. Wow. Should I? It's incredibly something. There's another incredibly something. Whoa. Wow. Wow, that is... yeah, that's something too. With an LBD, a little black dress, it might actually be cool. Certainly would stand out in a crowd. That's kind of cool with the stitching, and it's parsley and sage. Yeah, I could have told you that. Parsley and sage is always... oh, it's reversible. Yeah, you can tell by the pocket design. It's got a spot. Yeah, no, I don't want to risk it. No, we don't want the jeans with all the stretch in them. I always look at the stripes and think very Wednesday Addams. Whew. Okay, I'm winding down, guys. I've kind of hit the things that I like to hit. I do like to scan the skirts for kilts. Real kilts, 100% wool kilts. So I can usually just look along the bottoms. Got two sides to look at here. Sorry about that. And I'm not seeing anything jumping out at me. I have picked up a couple of long, like, ankle length denim lately, you know, kind of like Sister Wives. Denim, but as long as they're vintage. Okay. Just gonna put this guy back. Any decent rugs? No. For whatever reason, this store always has rugs. Alright guys, it's time for me to head out. Okay. Woohoo! 2 pair of orange tabs. Okay, here's where I leave you.